character who already has a plethora of videos detailing his immense power and countless abilities. However, as a 90s kid who grew up watching anime such as Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball Z, I feel I have a unique perspective and see a character who grows as a result of training, experiences, acquisition of knowledge, and circumstance into undisputably one of the most powerful characters in all of comic history. Throughout this video series, we will journey with Adam Warlock through much of his publication history, detailing his growth in both power and abilities over the years. I will only briefly touch on his origin and earlier stories, as a lot of other YouTubers have already done so in greater detail. However, I will spend a lot of time honing in on key elements from Jim Starlin's work on the character from 1975 all the way through 2019, for I feel he has undisputably done the most prolific work on this character, as well as Thanos, Gamora, Drax the Destroyer, Pip the Troll, and Moondragon, having personally created most of these characters whose personalities, relationships, motivations, and power all seem their most authentic with Jim Starlin at the helm. Get ready to venture through the life of one of the most powerful characters in all of fiction and see how they obtain these nigh omnipotent heights. In comics and manga, you have one type of character such as Spider-Man, who obtains a certain power set as a result of an incident, and from that point forward, continues to display a similar level of power. You then have characters such as Goku, Yusuke Urameshi, and the subject of today's video, Adam Warlock, whose power and abilities continue to develop over time. Adam Warlock was first created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in 1967 in issues 66 and 67 of the Fantastic Four, but at this point he was known only as Him. Him was birthed in a lab. His fathers, a group of scientists called the Enclave, who had achieved man's greatest triumph in the field of genetics by creating a being who was the pinnacle of human evolution. Him was all we could hope to achieve to become after hundreds of centuries of development. Immediately sensing the evil of those whom created him, Him terminated all present and took to the stars to seek understanding and purpose in life. This quest would set him on a collision course with the Marvel's God of Thunder Thor when Adam attempted to take Lady Sif as a mate. This didn't go over too well with Thor, of course, and they fought. Even at this early stage, Him was able to stalemate Thor until Thor went berserk in his Warrior's Madness form and forced Adam Warlock to retreat back into his cocoon. We later learned that this cocoon is what Adam uses anytime he lacks the power or knowledge to deal with a threat. And when he emerges, he has evolved to be able to handle any challenge that awaits. It is also his death cheat code, for Adam will rejuvenate from any wounds, even from beyond the grave. This power set would be the foundation for most character stories moving forward, but for Adam Warlock, it is merely humble beginnings for more grand cosmic events that are to transpire. Adam Warlock is next picked up in 1972 by Roy Thomas in a thematically rich tale with biblical motifs, in which Adam becomes the savior of Counter-Earth, fending off the evil man-beast. This story takes place in Marvel Premieres number 1 through 2 and continues in Warlock's self-titled run, issues 1 through 8. There's a lot we can unpack in this run, but the two main things we're going to focus on is Warlock finding a father figure in the High Evolutionary and the introduction of the Soul Gem. The High Evolutionary, Herbert Wyndham, is the Marvel Universe's greatest geneticist. Of course he takes an interest in Warlock being the genetic marvel he is. When he first pulls Adam onto his ship, he's still in his cocoon form, and upon emerging, he's still searching for purpose. He meets the godlike High Evolutionary right when contemplating destroying his latest project, Counter-Earth. This Earth was just like ours, except it was created by the High Evolutionary to be a utopia. This dream of his was thwarted when a previous project, the Man-Beast, a genetically modified wolf, arrived to bring sin and corruption to this world. Adam convinced the High Evolutionary to give him a shot at saving this planet by thwarting the Man-Beast's schemes, and the High Evolutionary even aids in his quest by bestowing upon him the Soul Gem, an immensely powerful stone that from this point forth Adam wears upon his forehead, greatly bolstering his already formidable might. But also, this gem has vampiric tendencies, seeking to absorb the souls of the vanquished. Things really start ramping up when Jim Starlin takes over this character in Strange Tales issues 178 to 181 and Warlock issues 9 through 11, where Adam confronts the evil Magus and two key events transpire that lead to Adam Warlock becoming one of the most powerful characters in all of fiction. Warlock comes in conflict with the Magus upon learning of this maniacal madman who has enslaved thousands of worlds throughout the cosmos under the guise of his universal Church of Truth, where he is worshipped as a god and rules over his worlds as an evil despot. Upon battling the Magus, it is revealed to Adam Warlock that they are one and the same, and the Magus is whom he is destined to become. So it turns out that Master Order and Lord Chaos, the cosmic duo who represent the balance between fate and chance throughout the cosmos, have selected Adam Warlock to be the universe's champion of life. Now this duo has a heavy hand in shaping the destiny of both mortals and divine alike. Now, being the champion of life may sound like a super noble role to play throughout the cosmos. However, the job is simply to ensure the continuation of life itself, and not necessarily act in a way that would traditionally be considered as good. It turns out it takes a certain level of madness to battle Mistress Death's avatar, Thanos. Therefore, they sent their agent, the In-Betweener, to pluck Adam Warlock from the time stream and place him in a dark dimension where he was to be filled with these dark philosophies and grow in knowledge and power over the millennia. Locked in combat with Mistress Death, these cosmic abstract beings decided it was better for life to persist under an all-powerful madman than cease to exist entirely. Faced with this nightmarish reality, Adam Warlock would retreat back into his cocoon and continue to evolve for hundreds of years before emerging as the Magus. He would then be released back into the time stream, but 5,000 years prior to the time in which he was initially abducted. That way, he had years to grow in power, amass his universal Church of Truth, and ensure this actuality by leading his past self down the same path of becoming that which Order and Chaos deemed he must become in order to one day clash with the Avatar of Death, Thanos. Adam Warlock was thus trapped in a time loop where his actions merely mirrored those of the Magus from millennia ago when he was in his shoes, powerless to prevent his destiny from occurring. Enter the wild card, Thanos of Titan. Thanos is a character we will do a deep dive on in another video. Thanos, champion of Mistress Death, is a character whose existence is such that him just deciding to place himself into a situation is enough to break a time loop and throw a wrench into the plans of destiny, for he is outside of the astral norm. Realizing that Adam Warlock is to become the champion of life, and that he himself will one day soon seek out the Infinity Gems, one of which is embedded in Adam's forehead, Thanos decides it is in his best interest to aid Adam Warlock in defeating his dark side, for he will be much more manageable to deal with in the future than the Magus would be. Therefore, together with both Gamora and Pip the Troll, they enact Thanos' plan to destroy the entire timeline in which Adam becomes the Magus, making it so that that actuality never even existed, defying the will of Master Order and Lord Chaos. By using the Soul Gem to eliminate this reality, he absorbs the essence of his counterpart without becoming him, much like he carries with him all others whose souls have been snatched by the gem. By absorbing the Magus' essence, he retains his cosmic awareness, deeper connecting him to the universe, helping him to understand its ebbs and flows, and making him much better equipped to deal with cosmic level threats in the future. This is one of the two key moments I mentioned earlier as to understanding Adam Warlock as he appears in later comics, and one of the reasons why he is among the most complex, powerful characters ever written. By circumventing his own destiny, he is now outside the bounds of the cosmic forces who represent and control the Marvel Universe, thus making him a being capable of miracles, a being who can insert himself in universe-shattering events that are all but hopeless and turn the tides of battle. The second key to understanding this all-powerful master chess player, who in later events commands the cosmic entities, beings beyond mortal comprehension, as if they were pieces on the game board, is Adam Warlock becoming master of the Soul Gem. Shortly after defeating the Magus, Adam comes in conflict with the Soul Gem itself. The Soul Gem has had countless bearers over the eons. Having its own sentience, the Soul Gem is the most powerful of the 6 Infinity Gems. It has always used its host to satiate its vampiric tendencies. Adam confronts the Soul Gem to a battle of the wills, and for the first time becomes master of the gem. To those of you who made it to the end of this video, I cannot possibly thank you enough for helping this channel to grow. I'm forever grateful for the opportunity to be doing this with all of you who share my passion for Marvel comic deep dives and character analysis. This will be part 1 of a 4-part series on Adam Warlock I will be making, and I promise that with each video, his power level and station in the universe will continue to grow to unimaginable heights. If you enjoyed this video, please detonate that like button, leave a comment down below with who you believe could give Adam Warlock a run for his money, and consider subscribing to this channel to continue to follow Adam Warlock's journey and other Marvel characters we will do deep dives in the future. Thank you so much.